The LG G6 seems like an all-around great package of a phone. Its specs are pretty good, with its price tag being lower than its main competitor, the S8, but as I always say in these videos, no piece of tech is perfect, and that's why this series exists. We're going to be taking a look at the 5 major pros and cons of the new LG G6. So with that said, let's not waste any more time and get straight into the pros. The LG G6 features a striking, almost bezel-less 2880 by 1440 IPS display. It's immersive thanks to the small bezels, it's sharp, gets fairly bright, and also features an always-on display even though it's an IPS panel. I like it a lot. LG went from a small 2800 mAh battery in the G5 to a 3300 mAh one in the new G6. Combine that with more energy efficient components and you've got yourself fantastic battery life. It's also got Quick Charge 3.0, meaning it charges really fast. In terms of numbers, I got around 5.5 hours of screen on time, and in general use, I still had about 25 to 40% left at the end of the day. IP68 water resistance on the G6 is a first on LG smartphones, and I dig it. In my opinion, every flagship should have some sort of water resistance, and if one does not, it makes it almost a deal breaker for me, as I've grown used to feeling that sense of security. If I happen to drop the phone in water, it'll be fine. The G6 keeps the same camera setup of last year, that being 2 sensors, with one of them being super wide and the other being at a normal focal range. Sensor-wise, it's a decent upgrade from last year. They have also fixed the issue where there was a difference in quality between the 2 sensors. Here are some pictures to help you decide whether you think the same as me or not. The LG G5 of last year had a weird build. Technically, it was a metal build, however, LG for some reason, maybe to hide the antenna bands, decided to add a plastic coating on top of the metal, which in turn made it feel like a plastic phone. Yeah, not a good decision. This year though, the phone comes with a glass design and feels very well made. It's solid, has no flex to it, and seems quite scratch resistant. So with the pros done, let's check out some cons. I can happily say that LG has decided to keep the headphone jack, unlike some other big brands. However, it's on the top of the phone. And I know, it's a pretty big nitpick, but using the phone with the cable attached just feels a bit awkward. It's definitely not a big deal though. The LG G6's spec sheet looks oddly familiar to a flagship phone of last year. It's featuring the Snapdragon 821 chip, which is used in, for example, the Google Pixel. It's still a great chip, but the S8 exists with the all-new Snapdragon 835 chip, which has better energy efficiency and performance. It's definitely not noticeable in daily use, but in terms of bragging rights, you've got more if you have the S8. As mentioned before, the LG G6 has a great looking screen. However, in direct sunlight, it could be a bit brighter. It's not like it's hard to see, it's just that the Galaxy S8 is crystal clear, even in direct sunlight, while the G6 is not. Another small con with a new display is its odd 18:9 aspect ratio. This will give you small black bars on the sides while watching standard 16:9 videos. However, it will also give you more screen area to work with in scrolling type apps such as web browsers and social media apps. Some features such as the quad DAC and wireless charging is not available here in Europe, while the wireless charging is there on US models and the quad DAC in some other regions. This region dividing is not very fondly seen upon, and I wish that they would stop doing this for their next releases. So there you guys go. Those were the 5 major pros and cons of the new LG G6. In summary though, it's a fantastic phone, and I might even consider switching from my S8 to it instead. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.